Hello, Leo, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your February 2020 forecast, and your theme is the Queen of Pentacles, nourishment, home, hearth, also a balance between, work and home, and also being generous, but also being smart with money, not being a penny pincher, but knowing how to spend your money where a little goes a long way. This is home. This is just those comforts, the survival things that we need to actually feel comfortable and stable in our home where we are, okay? So that is an amazing energy for this month, and it might also be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, all right? So let's get to the rest of the month. But while I'm laying out some of these cards, I'd like to please remind you to like this video, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, comment below. I love reading your comments so much, all right? So I've got 3 different decks that I'm using, right? And I'm just going to, I lay out 4 cards from each deck to represent what's going on for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of the month. My Tarot of the Cat deck, and you can find more information in the information below. But my Tarot of the Cat deck represents what's happening on the surface. And my Tarot of the Thoth deck represents what's happening beneath the surface. And last but not least, my Mystic Mondays deck represents your advice card for each week, so that you can get the best outcome possible based on the situation and the surrounding circumstances, okay? And make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards, all right? So let's see what we've got. Interesting. We've got some emotional stuff going on, but you are going to come out on top. So this is really, really good. All right. So during the first week, yes, we start out with a bit of disappointment. We've got the 8 of Cups, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. You are walking away from a situation. It could be a person, right? I mean, it could be a job, but something that was emotionally fulfilling that used to bring you a lot of satisfaction. You are walking away, and it sucks. Where there once was pleasure, there is now emptiness, and you know that there's no point in sticking around because it's never going to be the way that it was before, right? You'll never be able to get back to where you want to be with that person, with that situation, at least not at this point in time. Yes, there is always a little bit of hope, right? But it's just the cards are stacked against you with the situation, right? You are moving on to a better and brighter future, but yes, it is hard for you to be positive right now because there's that regret, there's that disappointment, and it sucks, right? There's might be a sense of abandonment in a sense, okay? But you are doing the right thing by walking away because look, this is what's being birthed beneath the surface. We have got the 10 of Discs, wealth, and I believe this totally lines up with the Queen of Pentacles. Discs, Pentacles, the same thing. Excuse me. So you are walking away, right? But that is creating a situation within you to have a lot of stability and security when it comes to home, when it comes to finances, when it comes to just success and abundance. But this also makes you feel emotionally successful as well, or just emotionally satisfied, right? This isn't just abundance in wealth and material things. It's abundance with joy and family and security, right? So you are walking away to a brighter future, and you have lined yourself up for amazing prosperity in the future. You're not going to really feel it at the time, right? Because you're still kind of looking back, maybe even second guessing yourself a little bit. But there are brighter days ahead. You are making the right choice by walking away. So well done. It's because I know it's not easy, but it's well worth doing. And your advice card is, we have got the Ace of Cups, the Ace, a new start. Also Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, possibly, okay? This is, you are walking away to actually a new emotionally fulfilling start, okay? Sometimes a sign for a birth, just for a very small amount of you, like the birth of a child. But this is definitely an inner birth. You've tapped into this well that's going to give you a lot of emotional satisfaction in the future, okay? So on the surface, things might seem not very good, but you're making the right decision for yourself. You're lining yourself up for spiritual fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, success, wealth, and abundance in so many aspects of your life, okay? You're doing the right thing. All right, during the second week, we have got on the surface the King of Cups, all right? Possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. But I feel like, you're taking this this new opportunity, this new direction, this new emotional perspective in a sense, right? And you're really taking it seriously. This also could be the influence of someone else, right? But you've become a lot more mature in love, who you're going to give your love to, who you're going to receive your love from, right? And this maturity has come from solitude, right? Also, the Hermit might be a Virgo influence as well, okay? But You've gained that inner enlightenment by retreating, but it's actually preparing you to be a lot more of prepared to give love, prepared to receive love in a much more mature and wise way, right? The balance of your heart and your head in just an amazing, great way, okay? So that's great. And what I see for you, your advice card, this is amazing. We have got the star, and I totally feel like that lines up, right, with this lantern that the hermit holds, right? So the star, possible Aquarius influence, but it's like just focus on inspiration, joy. There has been a rebirth. You also might want to check out your horoscope for February, or at least the second week of February as well, to see what's written in the stars. This actually is hope, inspiration, good luck, right? And that illumination, that awareness within the dark, right? And you've gotten that from being by yourself. So it is like a new start with the way that you are mature in love. So, and I feel like for most of you, it could be a person, but for a lot of you, it could also be an emotionally fulfilling situation, right? That you had to walk away from. All right, during the third week, we have got on the surface, the Page of Cups. Again, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. Like on the surface, it's all cups for the first 3 weeks of the month. So definitely a lot of emotions going around, right? But I feel like during the third week, you're a lot more calm. You're a lot more settled. You're not like feeling horrible, right? But you're not necessarily feeling ecstatic. You're more like content. And you know what? That's really nice, right? It's not hot. It's not cold. It's warm. It's comfortable, all right? This also could represent a trusted friend. It could be a message or a messenger, right? And if it is a messenger, I would suggest that, I feel like overall it's someone that it generally is someone that you can trust, but I feel like for most of you, this is you, because under the surface, for the third week, we have got the moon. The moon could be a Pisces influence. You also might want to check out my video based on your moon sign. If you're not sure what your moon sign is, go to cafeastrology.com. That is my absolute favorite resource to learn about astrology. But you have done a lot of reflecting. You might have, seen through some illusion, some delusion, right? And you're beginning to see things a little bit more clearly, and you're just feeling a lot more calm and settled. But it's because you've done that diving deep, because you've gone through the breaking away from the illusion and the delusion, all right? So it's really good. You've had an awakening, but it's not like it's like so it's really good. I'm proud of you. And your advice card is the Princess of Cups. Again, cups, right? And this also lines up with during the second week, we've got the King of Cups, right? The Princess of Cups is telling you it is okay to love. It is okay to receive love, to be romantic, to enjoy the beautiful things in life. I'm getting the tinglies, so this is totally true. Enjoy beauty, enjoy love, enjoy romance. You absolutely deserve it. Open yourself up to receiving it, because you now, especially during the second week, have the maturity necessary to determine, who is worthy of your love and who is worthy of giving you love, okay? So good. I know it's a bit tough, but like the outcome is really good. So very proud of you. I think I've said that like 3 times. Well done. During the fourth week, on the surface, we have got the King of Pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. And look, that totally lines up with the Queen of Pentacles energy, right? So you've got this really positive, royal, regal energy, but you are a lion, you are regal. So that absolutely matches. So the King of Pentacles represents the energy as someone who is a very good businessman, very practical, very intelligent with money. Again, like the Queen of Pentacles, not a penny pincher, right? But the King of Pentacles is more about going out and doing business and things like that, tends to be quite good at maths and accounting and right? So I do see a lot of success when it comes to, because you've got that amazing energy for the fourth week, when it comes to being a good business person. And that totally lines up with the Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles is you're able to find that balance at work and at home, right? You don't want to be overworked, but you don't want to neglect your work. So the Queen of Pentacles is that balance of both. Now, underneath the surface, we've got the 9 of Wands, strength. So this is most likely you, but it could be another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius influence. You are strong, you are powerful, you have had wars and battles in the past, but you've been able to take all of that information and all of that wisdom, and it's made you such a strong person. And that's why you are going to be in this energy during the fourth week of being very successful with business decisions, and just to be able to move forward in a positive way, not necessarily moving forward, but like you're prepared, you're ready to move forward in that sense, in a positive way, from a place of strength. And your advice for the fourth week is the Princess of Pentacles. Look at that. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Princess of Pentacles, we've got the King of Pentacles. Like, that is amazing. And look, you've got the 10 of Discs or Pentacles, right? So I really feel like, you know, you want that. Maybe it is something to do with like whatever you had to walk away from, whether it was a situation or a person. It's lining you up to for having a much more security in the future, right? But anyways, during the fourth week, the Princess of Pentacles is telling you that yes, you've got grand visions, yes, you've got good dreams, but you just need to figure out how to actually apply that in a step-by-step practical manner, and to approach whatever situation, whatever direction you're going to be moving in from an area of curiosity. You don't know everything yet. You know a hell of a lot. That's very, very true. But, you know, ask questions, be curious, you know, definitely move forward in a practical manner, turn those long-term goals into short-term goals, and so you know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to move forward, right? But yeah, don't be shy about asking questions, okay? But ultimately, it's about turning your idea into actual tangible steps that you can see manifest in the physical realm. All right, time for destiny cards. All right, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and you get some extra cards. Yay! So you use your intuition to figure out what your destiny cards are going to be. And you can also go to the timestamps in the pinned comment below if you just want to go straight to it, okay? But I mean, I shuffle, I pick the destiny cards from all 3 of my decks, so we can see what's going on the surface, beneath the surface, and then an advice card based on whatever destiny card you picked, okay? So, like, what is it that you're having to walk away from during the first week? I'm super curious. Is it a person? Is it a situation? Like, I see everything's getting better for you. And yeah, you're definitely doing that reflecting. So what is it that you're reflecting on? What is it that you've learned, you know, especially during the second week and the third week, right? And during the fourth week, like, what is it that you're moving forward with? I'm super curious. And I love reading your comments so much. All right, if you picked 1 for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. Ooh. Whoa, okay. All right, so this could be one of two things, right? We've got on the surface the 7 of Cups. It's so many cups on the surface for this month, all right? And beneath the surface, we've got the 10 of Cups, right? Cups might be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, and your advice is the Devil card, right? And also might be a Capricorn influence, okay? But we see on the surface there's illusion, there's a little bit of delusion, right? Are you looking at things in a realistic way? Because you are lined up, right, for this success, for this happiness, for this fulfillment, so much beauty and joy and pleasure in life. Like, you've lined yourself up with that. I mean, because you've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the 10 of Discs, you've got the Star, you've got so many positive cards this month, right? But I think that you might be kind of like stuck in a mindset of how you're going to get there. Like, you think, or maybe things are not completely what you seem. Like, you do have this lined up, right? But the devil might be making you think that you are only seeing that you can get that in a certain way. Like, you're only seeing one perspective. You're only being like, oh, this is going to be the outcome. And it might be a little bit detached from reality, right? So the devil is saying, like, look, don't just look at this in this one particular way, right? You can always walk away and have a different perspective. You really need to actually feel like, get in touch with how you feel, right? If you're feeling like, because this is a little bit of delusion, but if you were to actually sit down and just be like, okay, how do I feel about the situation? You might feel a bit of stress and anxiety and negative cycle of thinking. There might actually be like a bit of negative energy that you're blocking, right? So you need to actually tap into that and realize you can walk away, right? It doesn't have to be this one thing. You're not necessarily going to get this pleasure in one way or in this area of your life, right? I think you need to snap out of delusion by realizing that you're actually trapping yourself in your mind. The Devil card is also telling you, it might be telling you to really avoid addictive behaviors. I would avoid drinking, I would avoid drugs, I would avoid gambling and any other type of addictive behaviors. And also, if there is someone or a situation that is making you feel negative energy, You might think, oh my God, I'm stuck with this. There's nothing I can do about it. You can always walk away, right? The devil makes you think that you're stuck, that there's this one way, that this one path, and it's totally not true. It's an illusion, and it's going to make you feel trapped when really you're not trapped. You can always walk away, all right? If you pick 2 for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Why am I swearing so much today? I'm really sorry. Okay, so on the surface, we've got stick with me, okay? We've got the 4 of Pentacles, right? There was some sort of monetary loss. That is likely what you are walking away from during the first week, right? You have your walls up. You feel like, oh my God, the universe doesn't have my back. And, I lost this job. I lost this relationship. I lost this house. I lost something that gave you a sense of security and stability, right? And it's going to negatively affect relationships with people in your life, right? I see this opposing energy, right? So it could be someone else, but it could be an opposing energy within yourself, regardless, whether this is you, whether this is someone else, right? The Knight of Swords is a possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, but either you're feeling like stuck with your walls up, but inside you are just really wanting to just go forward and focus on completing a particular task, right? But these are very contradicting energies. So I feel like it's almost maybe you're wanting to try and fix something that is like lost and it's gone and it's over, and you kind of need to like pick up the pieces and move on, right? But so either very contradicting energies within yourself, or someone is trying to, like, you have your walls up and someone's being a bit aggressive and kind of just obsessively trying to, get you to change or change your mind or just change something, or they're just coming in and being like, it has to be this way, this way, this way, this way, right? So yeah, it's either you or someone else that's just being completely stuck and obsessed and focused on one particular thing, right? But you've got your walls up. You're not ready for this, right? This could be a switch, but I feel like for most of you, it is that way around, okay? Like you could be the one obsessing. I feel like it's not true for most of you, right? And the other person could have their walls up, but I feel like for most of you, you're this is the other person, or this is another part of you deeper inside. Okay, but your advice card is the Tower. The Tower is telling you that this is done, this is over, you need to walk away. You cannot, if you're in a car crash or something, you don't just hang around the car crash the rest of your life. You need to pick up the pieces, you need to go, you need to move on. Whatever it was lost, it's over, it's done. You need to move on. And it's hard and it sucks, but you don't want to stay in this situation feeling this way for the rest of your life. And I know you don't, right? But I would not stick around. I would pick up, I would move on, I would start focusing on the future, but you need to let this go. All right, if you picked 3 for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. Whew. All right. Okay. All right, if you picked 3, on the surface, we've got the 3 of Swords. So I think this person that you walked away from, or maybe they betrayed you and walked away from you, because look, on the surface, we've got the 3 of Swords, right? Someone who you used to get on well with and used to see eye to eye, used to be like 2 peas in a pod. You are now at odds with one another. You're on completely different pages. There's a lot of hostility. There's anger. There's resentment. You're not focused. Neither of you are focused on working this out in a positive way, and there are either going to be arguments, or at minimum there's going to be like hostile ignoring, maybe some passive aggressive looks, text messages, things like that, okay? Also, there might have been like a third person involved, like so you might have been betrayed by this person, or maybe you betrayed this person and they're really pissed off about it, right? So there might have been like, and it doesn't even necessarily need to be romantic, right? It could just be that they were talking shit about you behind your back, or something was going on with someone behind the scenes, right? It could have been cheating, but it's some sort of betrayal in a sense, with possibly a third party involved, okay? Beneath the surface, we've got the 2 of Wands, Dominion, right? So Aries, Leo, Sag, obviously, so it could be you, but I feel like you're like, no, I'm the one who's right. I'm in the right. Like, this is ridiculous. And you are just like not putting up with the situation, because you do have this really positive spiritual energy. And I feel like you're just going to be going forward just have this energy to be like, you know, screw this, I'm just going to take a risk, I'm going to go forward, right? I don't see you sticking around in this situation for very long, right? And your advice card is a strength card, so that is you, right? It's the Leo, it's your trump card, so you're totally going to be, so the Leo strength card is telling you, you know, you are powerful, you are strong, you 100% can move through this and get through this, you absolutely will. Just be within your true essence, you know, use this fire energy, right, of righteousness, of spiritual energy, right? You don't have to stick around, but I think you will be for like a little bit, or at least you'll be angry, like that anger will be like lingering within you, even if that person isn't physically around in your space, right? But you will move through this. You have the courage, you have the power, you have the strength, okay? All right, if you would like a personal reading, you are more than welcome to send me an email, contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. Also my website and social media links. You can follow me, just look in the information box below. And I do monthly and mid-monthly videos, so definitely make sure that you've liked, shared, subscribed, definitely hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment below, like, what is going on with you? What is it you walked away from? I love reading your comments so much. And still here. Secret bonus card. All right, you get a secret bonus card. Did you know that? Don't tell anyone. Just kidding, but I'm glad that you stuck around to the end. So what is one more super important piece of information that my beautiful Leos need to know so that they can have the best outcome in the month possible? Please let me know. We've got the World. This is the completion of something. I know that this is tough, right? But you are completing this chapter. You will be moving on to a new chapter. You also might want to take yourself on a little holiday, but the world is your oyster. Never forget that. Have a great month. Bye.